How to use WordPress Block Editor made easy. In this video, we're going to be talking about WordPress and how you can use its block editor in the easiest way. I'm going to be showing you how you can make a proper perfect site using the block editor, and we're going to be going through the templates and the different features that the block editor provides you with. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Okay, now obviously this is going to be your WordPress's basic dashboard. Okay, and to move over to the block editor, what you're going to need to do is you're obviously going to go into appearance and you're going to go into editor. But before that, let's go ahead and take a look at our site. Let's see how our site actually looks right now. And this is how it looks. This is the default site. This is what WordPress, generally just gives you. Now, if you want to make it better, if we want to actually make it pop off and look like something presentable, what we're going to do for this is we're going to go over to, again, appearance. And first of all, we're going to go over to themes. Now, themes is the template section where we can actually use different templates that WordPress provides us. Now, in my opinion, I want to go with a website that, is savvy to my business. And my business is obviously apparel. I am selling clothes and I want to make a web page or a website that looks, really good in retrospect to selling clothes. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm going to choose the niche. So we're going to go with a niche about, business. I'm going to go with store. And obviously we're going to go with a clothing store look. So go with whatever look that, you think is perfect for a clothing store. Now, obviously I am selling, winter clothes like hoodies and, general winter clothes that go out in the winter sale season. So we should go with something like this, Zyno. Now this looks pretty cool, and I'd be down to edit this. So you're also going to make sure to check what kind of an editorial it is. If it's a WooCommerce, obviously that works better for me because WooCommerce would be perfect for stores. And as you can see, Zyno puts the spotlight on your products and your customers. This theme leverages WooCommerce to provide you with intuitive product navigation and the patterns that you need to master digital merchandising. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up because I feel like this would work perfectly for me. So once we open this up, here we have it, Zyno. Pretty straightforward, pretty clear cut. Now, once this is open in front of you, first of all, what you can do is you can actually choose the theme. You can choose the themes that you want to use for your design and that you think personally will look good with your design. So Zyno, I'd say, has good styles in it. It has good looks, and as you can see, the featured products, merchandise section over here, and we have good layers, we have good sectioning, we have good blocks. So to actually go ahead and edit this, first choose your style. You could go with aubergine, blockout, canary, electric. You could go with something like pitch, pilgrimage, whatever you want. It's all doable in this section. So aubergine looked pretty cool. Or we can also go with pitch. I feel like pitch will look pretty cool. So I'm going to go with pitch. And now we're going to click on activate this design. Okay. So to, finally replace your theme, you're going to click on activate Zyno. And once this is done, you're finally going to go into the block editor to customize this design. So to customize this design, we're going to come here and click on this. Now this basically takes us into the main editor, and here is where we're going to want to make our store pop off. This is where we're going to want to, actually put in some editing work into our store. So first of all, when you come over to the site editor, here, as you can see, we have our default custom theme going on. On the left-hand side, you can see navigation, styles, pages, templates, and pattern. So in navigation, obviously, you get these navigational pages up here. Okay, this is the navigation block. So over here, what you can do is you can actually go ahead and edit in different things. So you can, create navigational copies and so much more. So here in navigation, let's say I want to go ahead and edit, and I want to add more navigation into my page. So over here, you can click on plus, and you can actually add media of navigation into your section, and you can add different blocks. Now, obviously, to add those navigations, you're going to need to add pages. And to add those pages, you're obviously going to go back into your WordPress and add some pages into your design, but we're going to do that later. Right now, we're going to discuss more of the editor. Then we have styles. Now, styles is obviously, what we changed previously. Now, the best part about WordPress's block editor is that it actually lets you change the styling later on. Okay, you can change your whole look. So let's say I want the aubergine styling, and look at this. It's changed everything. So just like this, you can go on and, change your styling to whatever you want. So currently I'm going to keep it at pitch because I feel like it looks better. And, you know, you can go over to your style book and you can see that the pitch style gives us this font, these headings. It gives you, these video presses where you can actually use videos. You can use Jetpack, which is an AI. You can have writing prompts in this. You can also add business hours. Then we have Calendly, contact info, donations forms, Eventbrite checkout. You can use GIFs in this style. We have Google Calendar. Image compare is also given in this, including things like MailChimp and so much more. So, you get a lot of good stuff in the style book as well that you can obviously contemplate and reference with the other designs in your website. Now, you can also edit the current styles. Like, let's say I want to change the typography. I can go over to elements and actually change the font if I want to. And the best part about WordPress is that it gives you tons and tons of fonts. So let's say I want to change to Poppins, and as you can see, my font is now changed. You can also change the sizing of your font. You can make it extra large. You can make it smaller if you want to, whatever look that suits you. You can add that, including the letter casing, the letter spacing, and a whole lot more. Then we move back over to styling, and, once ever you change your styling, you can go ahead and save it. And you can also go over to the previous versions that have been modified. Then moving over, we have pages. So currently we only have the about page, but if you want to go ahead and add new pages, you can do so by coming over here and clicking on add new page. So let's say I'm going to call this let's call this the store page. And we're going to go ahead and click on create draft. Now, basically what this does is, create a store page right in front of you. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple. And you can actually go ahead and edit this page's styling as well, that we're going to get into later on. But now that we have a store page, we can actually go ahead into our navigation and we can actually go ahead and add our store page in this section. Okay, so it's pretty easy, pretty simple, and it's pretty doable as well. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this copy that I made previously. And once this is deleted, you can manage your navigation menu pretty simply. Then moving over, we have templates again that you can change for Zyno specifically. So Zyno does give you a lot of templates for its page, like the page 404, you have index, you have different pages that you can add. You have single product pages, single post pages, you have a product cart, and a whole lot more. So, generally, if you want to add different pages into your template, if you want to add different elemental blocks, those are also available in the block editor. Then we have patterns. Okay, so patterns are, basically a list of different patterns from all sources. And this is also a pretty big winner because you can change the different elements in your store by using these patterns. Like, let's say we have meet the team and we have the events page and a whole lot more. Now, once we've gotten an idea of all of this, let's actually go into editing the website. And to edit it, you're going to click into the actual website. Now, if I want to edit, individual components, like let's say I'm going to edit this site title. I'm going to go ahead and write something like advanced apparel. We're going to write something in like that, and that is our site title. And then we move over to this. Now, if you want to go ahead and delete this section from your website, we have the about section, but let's go ahead and add an actual page link in this. So let's say I'm going to add the store link. Now, if you want to add the store link, you're going to create a page draft for it, obviously. So here's the store draft that we have. And obviously, once you create a store draft, you're going to go into the actual page and start editing it. And obviously I'm going to do more of this later, but currently I'm going to make as many navigations as I can. Then moving on, if you want to add more navigations into this, you can go over to edit, click on plus, and let's say we have the contact page. Okay, I'm going to create a page draft for contact, and then let's create one more navigation. Let's go with FAQ. Okay, we have an FAQ page as well. So now here you can see we have the navigation all set it up. So we have the about, store, contact, and FAQ page. Now, once this is done, you're going to basically leave it be. And here we have this image in the background that's going on over here. So currently they have added a custom image by themselves. So you can actually go ahead and change that. But let's go ahead and change this text over here first. So let's say I'm going to write this winter sale. And then you can obviously come down here. The best winter apparel has arrived. Okay. And once you write this, obviously you can change the styling for the texting as well. Let's say I'm going to choose the text. Now, to carry on with more of the features, let's say I want to add an image into my section. Okay, so to do so, what you're going to do is you're going to click on the plus icon over here. And once we click on the plus icon, as you can see, it opens this section up. So let's say to add an image, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and insert this into this section. Now, once you do insert it, it will give you an image prompt right up here where it's going to ask you to upload a picture of your type or, whatever you want to upload, as you can see, just like this. So what you can do is you're going to click on upload. And once you click on upload, choose any image that you want to upload into this section. Simply wait for it to be finalized. And once it is done, do make sure to go ahead and change the dimensions of the photo according to the section. And, right beside this, you could add more photos if you want to. So let's say I'm going to add another. We're going to click on upload. And here we have much more images that I can add of the clothing that obviously I want to portray on this section. So we have one image. Let's add another. Okay. And obviously, as the images keep on adding up, you can go ahead and adjust their sizes. And whilst adjusting their sizes, you can also go ahead and section them together with each other. So, if you want to move this, let's say I'm going to first of all change its sectioning. And to obviously change the section of any image, what you can do is you can move it up or you can move it beside it just as you want. But obviously if you want them in a, gazebo form where they're, basically in front of each other, what you can do for that is you can go over to patterns, as I am over here. And in patterns, let's say I'm going to go over to store. And now that we're in store, let's say I'm going to go ahead and choose one of these designs out of all of these ones. So I'm going to go ahead and choose this pattern, and you can basically add it into your section. So, just like this, it gets added. So I have this over here. And then what you can do is you can replace each image for the image you want to go with. So we're going to click on replace. Again, you're going to click on upload. We're going to add this image. Then you can go ahead and do so with the ones ahead of it as well. So I'm going to add, let's add this one. And obviously, as they keep on uploading, just go over, move to the next image. And once we move to the next image, click on replace again. Once you click on replace again, it will ask you to upload it just like this over here. And once we come over to upload once again, it will give us the feature to, add any image. So let's say I'm going to add this one, and then just keep on doing so for the next images that, keep on coming your way. So I'm going to click on this one. And once we click on this image over here, again, you're going to go ahead and replace it with any complacent image that you want to portray in your store. And obviously, as you do that, you can change the textings of the pattern template that we have, right under it. Currently, it says product category, but what you can do is you can actually change it into whatever you want. And, you've probably noticed that the image in the background is really big now, and in some cases, you might not want that. So in the case that the images are way too big, what you can do is you can utilize the space and delete the coexisting images that we've added up here, because obviously we have those images down in a proper pattern now. So we don't need to add them just like this, messed up and, added into blank sections. And you can also go ahead and delete these empty spaces if you want to, just like I did right now. And once you delete empty spaces, obviously it's going to utilize the spaces that you're not using, basically. So just like this is how it's basically going to be looking. And, you can adjust this accordingly to your site. You can adjust this accordingly to whatever niche you want to follow for your site. And I'd say right now, pretty much it looks pretty cool. It looks pretty nice, and I like the look of it. And you can obviously fix more of the things up as you go below, add in more templates, add in more patterns that you think are going to work well with your website. So let's say I'm going to choose this image over here. I'm going to remove that just so we get a proper, layout of the things we need to portray. So as you can see up here, we have this website, with the general sections. And then you scroll down here, right under we have product categories. And, immediately right under the product categories, we get this prompt where it says, you have a winter sale. And in the winter sale, obviously, it's going to give us these buttons that we have. Then you have this featured product section. In the featured products, as you can see, it portrays the products that your store is selling, etc. So just like this, you can add, individual likings of your website, and individual elements can be added here and there. Now moving on, let's say I'm gonna head back to my WordPress title editor, and in the title editor, as you can see, we get all these patterns, etc. Now it does tell us to review the 4 changes. If we're good with it, you can finally go ahead and save it. And once you save it, obviously this saves your website's main look. And now if we go back to our WordPress's main dashboard home, what you can do over here is you can go up to this section and you can actually view your site. You can view how your site looks. You can give it a look, give it a whiff, and get a general idea about how it's supposed to look and how you can make it neat and how you can actually make it into a proper looking edited website. Now, to view the main idea of it, you can come up over here. Now, obviously, I haven't published it yet, which is why it still says coming soon up here. So obviously, once you publish it, the main website's look is going to be published with a link. But yeah, this is generally how it looks. You can go up to the navigation bar. And currently, we only have the about because we didn't change the draft for the rest of the navigations. But yeah, generally, this is how your block editor basically works. This is how you can, make it work with the free version of WordPress or even the business version. Now, moving on, it also depends on what plugin you use for your editing. Now, if you are working on the block editor, you don't generally need a plugin, but I would recommend adding some individual components into your store, like Elementor or something like that. And you can find all of those in the plugin section over here. So if I move over to plugins, just as so, in the plugins area, we can find different plugins for elements like Elementor. We have different add-ons like Anywhere Elementor. We have different website editors as well. Now, Elementor generally is a whole website builder, so you don't really need any other elements for it to work. But you can also find other website editors to get, like Advanced Editor. We have Theme Editor, User Role Editor, Product Recommendations, or you can even go with WooCommerce's very own editor. But generally, if you are consisting on staying on the block editor, this is how you use it. And these are the components that, you add in it, remove from it, and, all the other whatnots. So yeah, this is the general idea of WordPress and how you can use its very own block editor with your website to actually get a very clear and consistent idea of work ethic and normal business working. So yeah, and obviously if you want to get the upper business plans for WordPress, what we're going to be doing is you're going to find them right over here. So we have free, we have personal, premium, WooCommerce, WP Enterprise, and other plans to actually, get consistent WordPress workings. Okay. So yeah, that is pretty much about it. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And if you want to see more videos like this in the foreseeable future, do let me know down in the comments below and I'll be making a whole lot more for you as I go on. But yeah, till then, that is all from me. I hope you all have an incredible and amazing day, and I will be seeing all of you in the very next video. Have a great day. Goodbye.